All right, so welcome to another Tony Too Tough video. What do we have here? We have grass, not the smokable stuff, not the stuff that'll get you in trouble. But I'll tell you, this stuff right here could get you out of trouble. Why? Because sometimes you just need a rope. And if you don't have a rope, you're going to have to make a rope. So let's take a look here. What do we got right here? Now, this is still the working end, so I got a knot tied up in there, right? But this is what I made. This is what I made yesterday. I made all of this in about 2 hours, right? 2 hours. Now, that's some pretty thick stuff. That's no joke, right? Now, and there's the end. There's the end right there. You can see it. Okay. So, now you know what we're making. Now that you know what we're doing, it is a hot, scorching, hot day out today. So I'm not going to be here for too long. But what I did want to do was at least show you how I intend on continuing this, the goal. And here's going to be the goal. And I don't know how long it's going to take to do this or if I have enough grass to get it done, but I want to make a 30-foot rope and 3 of them just like this, but 30 foot long. And then I'm going to braid those 3 together to make a stronger rope to see if I can pull a truck and get it unstuck. And that's the deal. So let me pull you in a little bit closer. I'm going to show you the process. I'm going to show you. Let me bring it down just a little bit. Appreciate you. I don't make too many edits. I'm not going to make any edits. You can see me right here. We're good. You can see what my workspace is like. Here we go. This is what we're going to be working with. Now first, to continue on to this, I need to untie what I have here. So, mind you, it's not like regular rope, right? So it's got, here we go. Okay. Here we go. We got 2 ends right here. You see them 2 ends? Okay, now, interestingly enough, I had wound these 2 pieces together. You can see I had wound them together, right? So I'm going to continue with this piece right here and strengthening this piece, and then I'm going to connect them together and work it like that. So let's start off with this. Here we are starting, and then this separates into 2. See that? See that? And I'm going to give myself some separation here. Actually, that's where I wove another piece in. Can't give myself too much separation on that. Gotta lock it in a couple of pieces. Okay, so I got my 2 ends. This side, this side. We're gonna add from there. So let's add some grass, right? Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break some of this grass up, the end, so it's not so difficult to work with. But I'm gonna add it. I'm just gonna add it right into the center. I know it kind of looks like a jumbled mess, and I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to know this by feel, right? And we can always clean. You don't have to get OCD about it, right? You're adding a bunch of grass right to the center, right there. And then I just made it part of this to extend it. Okay, and I'm just going to take it now, right? Now that I got them separated, I'm going to start twisting this one, and I'm going to grab with my other hand. I'm going to grab this, and I'm just going to make a twist. And now the bottom piece now becomes the top, because this was at the bottom. It was here, but now it's over here. Now I get to twist this. And now I'm going to make this piece the top. I'm going to lay this over top. I'm going to lay this right over top. There we go. And now I twist again. There we go. Now, mind you, this goes pretty quick once you get a rhythm, right? This can go pretty quick. I just made this much fresh right here. I made that much fresh right here, from here to here. There we go. Now, I'm going to be adding, because it's getting thin, right? I need to add some more. So mind you, I got some weird stuff in here because not everything was grass that I was grabbing, apparently. So you got to clean that out of there. Let me grab another blade or two. Not that. There we go. That might be a lot, but we'll see. And here's what I'm doing. I got my crisscross, right? I got my center spot. You see that? Okay, there's my center. I need to add the length. Take this piece, right? All I'm doing is I'm sitting it just like a cross, basically, and then I'm folding it towards that end. And I want to make sure it's kind of even length, right? I'm going to take 2 blades out because I think it's just too many. Otherwise, it's just too thick. It goes from thin to thick. Okay, so from there, I'm starting with my new. I'm adding it and I'm twisting it. And now, the thing is, I got to grab all this, right? You got to grab it all. Here it is. There's my 2 fingers, right? I'm going to twist it over like this. Boom. Boom. You know what? I think I missed a... You know what? Let me do this the right way. See, so you can... There's that... And I'm glad it actually happened here. I'm glad it actually happened. When adding a new piece, you have to go in the direction. You have to remember which one was your last twist, right? Otherwise, you'll start going in a different direction. So now I know I'm in the right way. I know I'm in the right twist this way. Boom, because it's laying in line and it's laying down and it will keep. And then I can start twisting this one. And it's important to get that twist on it, right? Especially in the beginning when you're getting this new piece attached, like that's the critical stage, right? You want to get this critical with that. So I'm just twisting and I'm grabbing, and I just made another couple of inches, twisting, and I can feel that I'm getting to a thinning part of one side. So I'm going to have to add here in a minute. Yep. I think this will be the last twist before I add. There we go. And I've just made that much. Just that much. Okay. And we're, look, this isn't even an 8. I mean, we're at not even 10 minutes yet, right? 8.5 minutes in. And I've made a foot. Well, maybe not a foot. Maybe about 10, 12 inches. And I haven't been steady doing this the entire 8 minutes either. So I've been talking. So grab a couple more pieces. Let's do another add. Okay. Let me do one more twist. Maybe one more. There we go. There we go. And then that's the piece that we're going to start off with. Here it comes. Just like that. Just like that. Boom. Lock it in place. Twist. Grab that other bundle. Grab it. And then twist it back over. Man, that strawberry is getting more strawberry every twist I do. Here's the next piece. It's okay. It's all right. Because you know what? Listen, if your truck is stuck and you got you and your buddies, and you got 3, I was just telling this to my son. You got you and 3 of your other buddies. You got some sawgrass you're stuck in. You got stuck in the mud. And you got to get out. You got no tow rope. You got to find a way to get out, right? You got your buddy's truck, but no way to tow it. I'm figuring you could, with enough of this, you could do it with enough. But it's going to be a big rope, but it's going to be enough to do it. And I think it's worth exploring, because I mean, that's really what survival is. I mean, I can see myself in a lot of situations, um, more of being stuck in a truck than being hit by an EMP, right? I see that being more practical, or any other type of situation where I would have to bug out or something, you know? So this is real true survival here. And what I did was I went ahead and I made my piece over here, and I'm going to have to continue on with this. Now, because this is an end piece, right? This is where I started. Actually, that is the very start. So now I've made some extra. I'm a few inches past, right? So maybe about a half a foot past. But I can definitely now wind all this together, right? And basically what I did was, um, I basically did the same thing by following a larger, um, and you have to go in the cycle of which it spins. So this is opposite this time. When I'm binding them together this way, it's actually opposite. So I have to I have to be spinning so that I'm not unraveling my cordage, right? And it adheres. So then this has to be wound really freaking tight, really tight. Like, you've got to do a good job to bind these two together, you know? Um, but it'll hold. It just holds. It's a friction fit. It's interesting how it does it. But you can't do too much, otherwise you want to, because again, this is a fiber. So there we have it. And we added, from right here, we added this much into 12 minutes and 27 seconds of the video. And I haven't even gone through all of my stuff. So here's the deal. Listen, this is the skills that you should develop, right? Because cordage is you don't know when you're going to be stuck without it, right? So you get canoe tips over, right? All your gear, everything that you've packed, including your cords, all that's at the bottom of the drink. You swam back to shore, just canoe sunk. All you got is your boots, your belt, and your clothes on your back. Whatever's in your pocket that's stuck. Skills in your head is what you take with you. Your pockets are empty, but your mind isn't. And that's what I'm teaching today. And I'm, again, documenting my own progress here. But if anybody gets a chance to learn from this, that's awesome. And I hope the skills aren't forgotten on this next generation, because we've been handed a lot of stuff. And it's easy to forget some of the things that got us here. And if you're without, I don't want you to be dead because you couldn't have any cordage to get yourself down from a cliff or whatever. You got whatever the scenario is. Your truck got stuck, whatever the case may be. You need to walk your dog and you forgot your leash. I don't care what it is, but now you know how to make your cordage. So thanks for checking this video out. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And listen, for all those who left a comment the last time, when all I said was, for the love of all that's holy, please leave a comment. That video blew up. Thank you. And I appreciate all of that. So for anybody who's watching to the end, thank you. It's a big thumbs up here. This is the rope that we're making, guys. One last view. So go out there, get in the woods, get your dirt on, develop your skills. And if you need a rope, now you know how to make one. Go on now. Now get!